Hi everybody, welcome to Aimee Nolte Music. Today's video is called Aimee's Top 25 Jazz Standards That You Need to Know in Order to Get Your Start as a Jazz Musician. We're just going to call it Aimee's Top 25. It's taken me a while to make this video, even though I've had a lot of requests for it, because of several reasons. I kind of hesitate to make a top 25 list of anything, top 10 list, top 20 list, whatever, just because, you know, you're always going to leave something off, aren't you? Somebody's always going to say, oh my gosh, you didn't put this one on there, or how could you leave this one out? This list is terrible. All of these kinds of reasons. And then you kind of wonder about what order you put things in, and people are like, oh, maybe this one ought to be a little higher than this one, or whatever. I'm just going to ask you all to kind of chill out just a little bit. Actually, I think you guys are already pretty chill, which is why you're my best buds. So I've spent some time thinking about it, and I've come up with what I do think are the top 25 jazz standards that everybody needs to know as they get their start in jazz. Some of these tunes are tunes that are just staples, like ones that were such important recordings at the time that we all absolutely need to know them. Some of these tunes are just tunes that have concepts that are introduced in them that make the concept easier to learn, like in the context of a tune, and I think that's important. Some of them are just tunes that get called often at jazz jam sessions that I've been to. I just kind of thought about what are songs that like always get called. And songs that when I was starting out, people would call and I would not know them and feel kind of dumb because I hadn't learned it yet. So I don't want that for you guys. I want you guys to know the important tunes. And there's kind of a range of them, you know. Some of them are what you would call pretty beginnerish kind of tunes, but then we go to much more complicated tunes. We start with Take the A Train. Take the A Train was recorded by the Duke Ellington Orchestra, which brings me to another point. How do you know which recordings of these tunes to listen to? I thought about going through these tunes one at a time and kind of telling you what I think about each one of them and telling you what the best recordings are to listen to. And, you know, maybe that's a good way to go, but I thought we might have a little bit more fun if I asked a favor of my viewers. The favor is that if you guys would just put what you think are the very most important recordings of these standards in the comments, I think we'll have a good discussion. So we need to figure out what the very most important jazz recordings of these tunes are. And let's do it together. I've already given you the first one. Definitely listen to the Duke Ellington Orchestra's recording of Take the A Train. I was going to say they run all the way down through number 25, which I have as Charlie Parker's Confirmation. Take the A Train, you're just going to learn a very simple melody. Do, 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 dee, da. All the way to Charlie Parker's Confirmation, which is da da ba da ba da da ba da 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 ba ba. And you've got 16th notes in there and everything. It's very complicated bebop melody. The tunes on my list start simpler and get harder as you progress. I've also put them in an order so that if you're playing maybe a minor tune, then the next tune isn't going to be minor. It'll be a major kind of tune. I tried to include a couple of bossa novas. I included a waltz, Someday My Prince Will Come is there. Footprints is on there, the Wayne Shorter tune, that's in 6, so that's nice. We've got On Green Dolphin Street, which includes some slash chords that are really nice. We've got a Rhythm Changes. Oleo is on there. I think that's the most often called Rhythm Changes head. Oleo is by Sonny Rollins. I've got Straight No Chaser by Thelonious Monk, and that's the only blues that I have on my list. But I think that Straight No Chaser is probably the blues that gets called the most at jam sessions. St. Thomas is on there. That's a quick Latin tune. Also Sonny Rollins. Thank you, Sonny Rollins. There's a few tunes on there that the Miles Davis Quintet made popular. Bye Bye Blackbird is one of those. Another is So What. Don't be afraid of So What. Sometimes people think that since it's a modal tune, they need to have some kind of fear of So What. But don't. I put it at, what is it? It's like number 7 on my list. I don't think it's hard. It has 2 chords. There are difficult elements of it for sure, but you can tackle So What. In fact, I'll do a video about So What pretty soon. Any of these tunes, a good rule of thumb is if Frank Sinatra sang them, go listen to Frank Sinatra's recording. Frank Sinatra sang the melody very straight, and he had nice big band arrangements that are easy to hear, nicely laid out. If you can find Frank Sinatra singing it, always listen to Frank Sinatra. We've got a John Coltrane tune on here, Mr. PC, because I think we need to learn a minor blues, and I think Mr. PC is just about the most common blues that ever gets called. We've got an up-tempo tune, very up-tempo tune, Cherokee. You want to listen to Clifford Brown on that one. All right, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not telling you anymore. And you guys, you tell each other in the comments, okay? I will moderate, and like you even need me. But I will do my best, and put in my 2 cents when I think it might be needed. Don't argue with each other. Be good. All right, Aimee's Top 25 list. Here it is. And just for fun, let's see if I can play just a tiny bit of all of them. Just bam, boom, 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 all the way through. It's an extra challenge. I love an extra challenge. You must take the A train to go to Sugar Hill way up in Harlem. The falling leaves drift by my window. The falling leaves of red and gold. All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Cigarette holder, which wigs me over the shoulder. She digs me. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Alone together beyond the crowd, somewhere there's music. How fade the tune? Somewhere there's heaven. How high the moon? Softly as in a morning sunrise, the light of dawn stealing into a newborn day, the light of love. I pack up all my cares and woes, here I go, singing low. Bye bye blackbird. Da 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 da. Someday my prince will come. Someday I'll find my love. A day in the life of a fool. Do da 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 do do dee da. Tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking. You are the promised kiss of springtime that makes the lonely winter seem long. Do do da do do da da. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, now we get back to the boring stuff. If you would like a PDF of this top 25 list, it's on my website and you can click on the button that's right above my head right now and get one for yourself in my nice handwriting with Sharpie and everything. All right, everybody, thanks for being here. I hope you have fun learning these tunes. If you haven't watched my video about a tune a week, Aimee's practice routine, watch that and then use these for that. Excellent idea. All right, everybody. I'll see you next time on Aimee Nolte Music.